Are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast. I'm your host, BlackShed56, and I am, of course, joined by the one, the only, my second in command. If he gets a basic freaking response, I'm going to kill him. Diamond Assassin, aka Lewis. How
Oh,
you doing,
Captain,
buddy?
my captain.
That's a basic response. I'm going to kill him. Anyways, and of course, we're also joined by the one, the only, the other lovely, hungry Hufflepuff, aka Allie.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Air horns.
Haven't been on
going.
for a while.
Just
We're
blow
also
air.
joined by another one-time newcomer in some ways, in some form. She hasn't been here for quite a while, since before we did Restream. So,
I know, right?
Lily, welcome
Oh,
back. Yeah.
It's been
And
forever.
of course, it has been forever. And of course, we also have Gallows, aka Tom.
As he
If you can hear us.
as he enters into the multiverse.
Oh, okay, there we go. Now we got it. Okay, I think he's frozen.
As Christian
Yeah, he's-
enters the multiverse for a second.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
you-
glitched out.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. This is why I hate doing this whenever my parents are doing it. Anyways, whenever my parents are streaming. Because they use the same Wi-Fi whenever they're using the TV downstairs. Anyways. So, am I good? Are we
Yes,
still...
You
Okay,
could.
oh,
You
cool.
could.
Maybe.
I'm also
just not one
joined by... Oh, yeah, Joe.
When is Joe isn't here? Let's be honest. When Joe
Last
is
week.
Let's be true. Let's be perfectly honest. I think Joe has just been sleeping on this server. I don't know how, but I think he has. I think he's been spending the nights here.
he's
He
been
found a
camping
whole
out.
bunch of trash in a corner.
A bunch of
I don't know
Taco
what's
Bell.
going on. Yeah,
There's just this
I love you
sleeping
too,
bag
Mom.
that you occasionally
but of
find
course we
rolled
can't
up.
do any normal
shelves.
Snodacast episode without going into asking the age-old question of weekly updates. So I gotta ask, how's everybody's week? We're gonna go Lewis, Allie, Lily, Gallows, Joe, and then me. So Lewis, how's your week?
Doing good. I have plans next week soon. I think my main highlight has been continuing running the D&D campaign for my sister and my cousin. So I'm still like giving a bunch of ideas, getting a bunch of inspiration. Hopefully soon, when I'm not lazy, I actually write some story stuff down. But until then, that's it. I'm just excited for the future of my world. So
Hey, and we wish you the best of luck with it, buddy. All right, Allie, been a how you been?
It's just been a week. I'm not going to get into detail.
Sounds
We're going to leave
fair.
that where it is.
fair enough.
All right, fair enough. Beyond fair enough. So, Lily, it's been a mega long while. How you been?
I'm coming back online.
You're coming back online.
I've
That's good.
been dealing with a lot of mental health lately, and I'm finally getting
It
comfortable
happens.
enough where I'm actually trying to come back online more.
All right.
That's good.
Well,
That's good.
that's always good. That's always good to have.
Always a plus.
Absolutely. Also, I am paying attention. I'm just sending out links. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gallows. How's your week, buddy? Gallows. Gallows.
Frozen.
Gallows.
You're good.
I'm
Gallows.
frozen. Am I frozen?
No?
You were for
Kinda.
a second.
But yeah.
It's like an off and on.
Am I frozen? What to do?
You're still good.
Yeah. What?
Just
Hello?
How was your
you're
week,
good.
buddy?
Just say. Just talk. It'll sort itself out.
I think my internet's being weird.
We'll fix it in post.
That we will.
Oh, week was good.
Yes, you can totally fix the
actually.
internet.
Well, not really that good. My bosses have my bosses have cut my hours short this last week for some
Ooh,
odd reason. I don't know.
Really that.
Bullshit.
that's not good.
Due to the fact that we don't have a lot of contracts due to us being security guards, we need contracts to be able to work, and I guess we don't have a lot, so there's not enough fucking places for everybody.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping it is, but I bet it's not because they like to call out. So
Hey man, I completely get it. Today was my third time in a row having a Saturday by myself, so
There's
I understand.
there's no wrong in asking why you're getting these hours cut. Well, for
no, I
Christian,
did.
it's another idea. It's another
did,
different
and
situation,
for
which
the-
I'm assuming is people going to event.
There's usually multiple reasons why it happened.
True.
And my sister had that happen at GameStop.
Wait, your sister worked for GameStop and I couldn't
My,
get any
the
fucking
reason for
games,
me,
you asshole.
This was like way long before any of y'all were in the picture.
You still couldn't get me any games, you asshole.
You didn't exist yet in my life.
Damn.
That doesn't fucking matter. You needed to find me and go give me some goddamn games. Speaking of which, how was your fucking week, Joe? Dick.
Well,
Oh, you can just see the love right there.
well, you four-eyed ass motherfucker.
Damn.
Hey, you
Which
have
one?
no room to call me Four Eyes.
Which
Which
one?
one? There's 4 of us.
Exactly.
Including you, motherfucker.
There's
Hey, you
5
don't
of
wear
us. What the
glasses
fuck are
in
you talking
full
about?
like somebody with
I
four
have been known.
Usually do the usual. I mean, school's gonna be start back up here on the 11th, and I still need to have something to keep me going until like Christmas, you know.
Okay.
Oh hey, our community theater thing's going back up, and who knows? Maybe if this one girl that I met for the thing moves into town here, we might have something started.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck on that, buddy.
Yeah. Way better temperament than the redhead. Huh.
Alright. Well.
I would talk more about it, but that would involve us telling a story.
We're not going to get into that then. How
What do we
about
have
that?
for now showing?
But for later.
Well,
Stay a
hold
while.
on, motherfucker. Do you not want to know how my week went?
I mean,
Ass?
well, it's not, you know, I always gonna do it too, you
I was
know.
gonna
Just
say
jump
my-
right over it.
Yeah,
My
just
closing
right.
remark would be.
And Gallus
you know,
just dips.
my
Gallus
closing
gets
remark
snapped.
is
I can see where this is going. Bye.
Yeah, he's just
I'm
like,
out.
nope. I'm
You
out.
should
for
have
ranked viewers, stay a while and listen.
I got
Okay, nope, he's
All right,
back.
Christian. How was your week?
All right, well, thank you so kindly for asking. You
How was,
dick.
how was,
Anyways,
how was our daddy? I mean, King's
Whoa,
week?
whoa.
I'm
whoa.
sorry. I'm
Ooh.
sorry.
What did
Joe?
he say?
I will kick you the fuck out of here if you call me that ever again. I can call myself that.
I meant to
Fuck
say,
you.
I meant to say.
Even then, I don't call myself that. I only did it for a joke, and that's it.
The best joke ever in our
This is
TikTok
getting,
highlights.
This is getting heated up in here.
You should tell that to Joe. Joe's the one who aggravated you.
Like,
I've been doing that to Joe. I just do it in my camera. Anyways, so for those of
like
you
I
that
watch
wish to know,
everyone's TikToks. Whatever happens in it, I will
So-
not judge.
your boy actually has a Star-Lord jacket coming in finally.
Ew. Finally
Hey,
finishing
and
his
it should be
ensemble.
here by my birthday, so that's even better. So double A. Also, I get paid on the same week as my birthday, so
Hell
double
yeah.
double A.
Fucking
Hey.
Do a birthday stream.
birthday,
Well, it would be my birthday weekend, but maybe.
birthday money.
Yeah.
Birthday soda stream where we're playing.
Ah, that's funny. Us
I may
playing
be
a
busy on
game.
my
It's
birthday.
been a fucking long
I
ass time
had
since
an
we
idea.
did that.
Well, I don't mind doing that. It's just that would be my last day off of that week. So it would be more along the lines of like it would have to be the 24th, most likely, but that's about it. Anyways,
I really so bad want to do a fucking Fall Guys stream with everybody. in the
stream at some
server.
point. I
Yeah,
would
a
have to
private
get
lobby.
it. I'd have to get it downloaded on my end because I only have it on my PlayStation, and I'm not streaming on my PlayStation. I'm sorry. That's just
Yep.
not happening. Anyways,
Yeah, you'd have to actually get me to play a competitive game. And
this is true. Well, Fall Guys is like the least competitive games out of all competitive games.
bullshit.
Warzone.
I've watched streams of that game.
Okay, it's not as bad as you think it is. It's better than playing COD on actual like rank than any rank game.
Oh no! You want to?
I can agree to that.
The difference is
Rank
they are
League of
two
Legends.
completely different games, but they're still competitive. However,
This is true.
This isn't even part of the topic.
All right.
That's very
Anyways, thank you,
Real
Ali,
rank
for
is bad, but
Joe. We're gonna reel it back in. Reel it back in. Anyways, bad fishing, but that's besides the point. So on top of the fact that I have the Star-Lord jacket coming in, which is great because there should be a con coming up in October that I really want to go do. But I also figured out another cosplay that I can do. Instead of trying to finish out my Matt Murdock cosplay, which I do plan on doing eventually, it's going to cost me a little bit. Granted, it would be cheaper than doing what I plan on doing next. But I figured out all I'm missing is a trench, a blonde wig, like a trench coat, a blonde wig, and a fireball to complete a John Constantine cosplay.
bleach your hair.
Ooh, I'm not
And
bleaching my hair.
honestly-
Fuck you.
Honestly, the fireball is more cosmetic than anything else because there's.
Well,
so
yeah, but
much
it
you
would
could
be
do
awesome
to
for,
possibly
like-
do John Constantine.
That's true, but I'm just saying
Talking
that it would be
about the
really
whiskey.
good for like photos and stuff like that. Like to have that kind of that fireball in the hand, floating fireball. And then the best part would be I'm also planning on getting herbal cigarettes for like photo shoots and stuff like that. So
I would get I know they do a lot of prop fake cigarettes, so it looks like it's lit.
well, no, that's the whole
So you
thing of
don't have
herbal
to-
cigarettes. Herbal cigarettes, it's not. I'm not gonna actually be inhaling or anything. I'm just gonna use them for cosmetic purposes.
Well,
So-
I'm more saying that you can have it actually have it lit and glowing on the inside and still be the thing without having to buy. like,
Yeah, I've seen
more than
those, and you have to outside, but it doesn't give you that much smoke. Whereas it looks realistic if you do the other ones, and those herbal cigarettes give you really, really, really big amounts of smoke too. So that's the good news. That's just my main thing is I kind of want to do that.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
We can hear you, buddy. We can hear you. Anyways,
Loud and clear. And
he
proud.
lives somehow. We don't know how, but he does.
Maybe.
Anyways, so I plan on probably getting a Constantine cosplay done before I go to that Dallas Fan Fest in October, because I do plan on going to it.
You're such a lucky son of a bitch. I'll just tell
Thank
you
you,
that.
thank you. I'm sure conventions you could go to, Joe, up in Indiana. But that's
Not
besides
very
the point.
often.
No,
Yeah.
no, not very often. But I'm sure there's some.
The only two conventions I go to is the SAT in Japan or the Comic-Con in San Antonio. And that's it.
Yeah, I do want to go to a Comic-Con at some point. I know there's supposed to be a Comic-Con Dallas, but I never been able to go. I never been able to find tickets and figure it out.
Oh, sorry,
It's been
no,
like
so-
2 months.
Also, the traffic.
Now I remember. It's called Celebrity Fest.
Celebrity Fest. Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's not called
Fest.
Comic-Con. Yeah.
Nah,
Oh,
it,
okay.
it has
Gotcha.
all your people that are there. Like I said, they had the old dude for Obi-Wan Kenobi, the guy who fought the Mandalorian for the Black
said the
lightsaber.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi? The old dude is dead. Alec Guinness has
yeah.
been dead.
No,
Yeah.
no. The guy
Oh,
who played
Ewan
Obi-Wan
McGregor.
Kenobi in the recent one.
Ewan McGregor. Okay.
Jesus Christ himself.
Yeah.
And then you
Jesus
had
Christ.
Wait, Wartooth?
the guy who the Mandalorian fought and won Black Saber from,
Giancarlo Esposito.
Bjorn,
Yes.
the guy who played Bjorn, and a few others were there this year too.
Oh,
Like I know I worked Celebrity Fan Fest the year before COVID
Get
hit.
out of here.
yeah.
Away.
I've worked a lot of cons. That year we had Jason Momoa, a whole bunch of people.
Did you
I
get to meet
got-
Jason Momoa?
No, I
Your
did not. He was way too
biological
busy.
Damn, that would have been awesome.
I did meet the guy who played Wong
And Dick Wong.
in
Hey
the
Baker, how you been?
Doctor Strange stuff.
Wong Wong.
I met the biggest role that I know of is Thranduil from the Hobbit movies.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's actually super. I hate to be like a dick, but
I'm
we're gonna
done.
Go ahead and
I'm
go into
go.
now showing. Oh, okay, cool.
You already
Good,
are,
good,
though.
good.
I was already
Yeah,
done.
Anyways, and shut up, Joe. I will kill you. Anyways, so for now showing this week, we actually have quite a few things, but let's go ahead and go to this lovely graphic. For this week, we have Prey, the original movie streaming on
There we go.
Hulu right now, and the first of the mini live action, or the first of the mini Alien and Predator movies that are coming out from Disney. under the 20th Century
Get
Studio
out of here,
moniker.
man.
We also have the newest Sony movie Bullet Train in theaters right now. And we also have the Netflix original show The Sandman. Not a Netflix original, but it is based off of the DC Vertigo comics. And we will get into all three of those. But first, I got to ask, what did you guys think of Prey? Have you guys seen
Can I
it
not
yet?
hear
Allie,
nobody?
you have no
What's going on?
excuse.
I meant to watch it earlier.
Actually, I have tiny excuse. Not interested. Like, don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
I can appreciate. I can understand how people like the movies. They're not for me.
Okay, then that's all good, fine and dandy.
What movie?
so
What
you just
movies
said
are we
it's-
talking about?
We're
Right.
talking about the Predator movies. So the new Prey movie is what we're talking
Oh,
about.
I
right?
just saw it today too.
Yeah, I watched it last night and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I would say I gotta watch Predator 2 again because I know Predator is still like top tier, but I gotta watch Predator 2 before I like definitively put this movie because I think it's right on par with Predators. I think Predators is just a little bit better, and then I would say this definitely is a solid back to basics, and I like that. I personally would have liked it following the brother more than the female lead that we got because I feel like the brother had a better story in some ways. He kind of had a better character. He was more humble. You can fight me in the comics. You can fight me in the comments over that. Honestly, I don't
Or on
necessarily
Reddit.
care.
No, I agree. I fully
Anyways.
agree with you. As he had more of a story background than the girl did.
Exactly. Yeah, he had a better. He had a better
she-
character.
And like, don't get me
She was
wrong. I think she
fine.
was a good actor for the movie.
Hmm.
She really was. It was just that movie. I guess you can go Predator, Predator 2, Prey, and then the Alien versus Predator movies after that.
I don't consider that. I'm talking about just solo Predator movies. So
Oh,
for me,
solo
it would
Predator
go.
Movies.
Yeah, for me, it would go
Ah.
Predator, probably Predator 2, Predators, Prey, then The Predator, which makes it seem like Prey is pretty low on granted. It's not hard to be above The Predator. The Predator sucked ass.
Which one
Not
was
the
the
original.
one that had
That was,
machete in it?
that was Predators.
Eddie Trejo. Was it?
Alright,
is
so
it
for
Rick?
me, it would go Predator 1, Predator 2, Prey, the Predator movie with machete in it, and that's it.
Predators.
Yeah,
Well, then the lowest one would be The Predator. Because, yeah, that
yeah,
one
the
is
Lord of the
worst.
Predator. That one
Yeah.
didn't really go
I
so
think
well.
I think that was a given because he didn't mention it.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I still think Predators is a little bit more enjoyable than Prey, just because Prey does take a little bit to kick in, and there are a few
It
things
does.
where I
It
kind of
really
rolled
does.
my eyes. So, Lewis, what did you personally think of Prey? Have you seen it yet?
No, but I heard a lot of good things, so that's a
It's
good sign.
okay. It's definitely a good back to basics. I can't wait to see where they go from here. But beyond that, yeah. Do you have any thoughts on Prey?
Mickey Mouse versus Predator.
Shut up, Joe.
I need to rewatch.
I can't
All the
take it
movies.
seriously.
Like I already have set opinion for Predator 1, Predator 2.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch Predators and The Predator because they didn't leave too lasting of a mental image on them.
Fair enough. I
And
would
then I
say
need to watch
Predators
Prey.
is yeah. I would say watch Predators and Prey because that way you get a more idea of which one is more your style. But
Granted, I'm also one of the people that actually really enjoyed the Alien vs Predator movies.
I
So-
enjoy the first one. I hate the
Like
second
I
one.
think
The
they're
second
actually
one
really
will
good.
burn
There's
in
a lot
hell.
of people that like love the Alien and Predator storylines. But
Yeah.
hate those movies.
No, I think the first one. Okay, I think like the last. As soon as all the other characters are dead, I think the first one is great. So like the last is great, and then Alien
judge.
versus Predator Requiem actually has the balls to be rated R, but it's so dark I can't even see anything. So it's like,
It's like DC.
So,
no, I
so
mean
for me,
it's
with the
darker
whole
than
Alien
DC.
versus Predator is the fact that Requiem really was not good. The
It's a step in
acting
the
for
right
me was so
direction, but
par.
2 steps back.
It was really not that good.
The
The
writing
movie
was
itself
god-awful.
was way too fucking dark. You can barely see anything.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we came here for the violent, gory kills. Why are you putting it in the dark?
Yeah, and
Like,
then the
the
Part of
fuck?
it is like they wanted it to be seen in a dark environment.
Even in a
Because your
dark
eyes will
environment, I
naturally-
can't see it.
And the ending was not that. You're really just gonna.
Basically,
I mean,
sitting
get
in a
it,
black
they're-
hole for
They multiply. They can kill the whole fucking planet. But you're just
They
not
nuked
gonna
the whole
save
town.
the
Like,
people.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
not gonna save the people first,
Yeah.
and then nuke that bitch.
Nah, fuck those.
I would have
people.
nuked that
But,
bitch after
yeah.
saving everybody.
Also, the one where the one that really made me scratch my head was like they killed the girlfriend randomly at the end. I'm like, why?
bridging.
I guess to stack out the body count, but whatever.
It also seems like a bit of a fridge, you know, like
It's one of those like they love to have the people that made that one. I think they wanted to have more of the jump scare tactics of being in the dark and then shit happening really quick, or just the random chaos. It was weird, but
Like I said, I can thoroughly enjoy AVP, the first one. I don't Requiem. I don't even have Requiem in my collection, and
How
for
bad
good
it is.
reason.
it's even a bargain
It's just
bin.
for how bad it is. Like if it's like 2 cents in a bargain bin, I might buy it. But even then, maybe not. Yeah, that's kind of how I
It's
view it. I'm
worth
like,
one
oh, what's
goat.
that? It's below $1. Cool.
I
It's
feel
like-
like
it's probably one of
That
those
is
like
quite
you have
literally
to
your
get
2
it from
cents on
the
the subject.
Walmart like bundle packs where you get it
Yeah,
in
if
addition
it's
to
in a
the other
bundle
Alien
pack,
You
Predator
can't
movies.
you can't even find it at a fucking Dollar General or Big Lots where they sell
Actually,
those
honestly,
type
you
of
go to
movies.
Dollar Tree. They had sometimes if you go to the right Dollar General or Dollar Tree, they actually have some pretty good finds over there. You just gotta find it. That's the problem.
Ugh.
I feel like we
Like, I-
just
I
need
will
a
say get it
whole haul
Combo
over
packs from like I
of
would say get those combo packs from like Walmart are always really nice because you get like 4 or 5 movies for like $5,
That's true. I do like that from Walmart.
and sometimes they are
Um,
really quality movies.
I will say this: best one if you want to get a decent bargain. 9 times out of 10, Movie Trading Co. Those are
That
the
place
ones.
is
That's
still
one of the best
around?
places. There's still plenty of places around that are Movie Trading Co. Buddy.
I'm just surprised.
Don't
like,
ever go there for video games. 9 times out of 10, those things suck ass and they're overpriced. But their movies, yeah, they got pretty good deals on
I,
their movies.
I remember wanting to get an application from there at one point, but I never
Yeah.
bothered.
I never really got a job from them, and honestly, I'm glad I never did because I've heard some stories.
we need more story lore
Tell me,
between
please.
both Aliens and Predator movies.
Yes,
like
and
a
I
hard
think Disney is getting on that. I think they're going to probably do that with 20th Century Studios. Now, I don't know if it's just going to be a streaming thing, because I know that there is supposed to be an Alien movie coming out, but there's also an Alien TV show.
Will
Yeah.
it still be like a 10?
all
the
I'm
whole thing,
saying
like,
it's better
frozen
it better
and
be a
all that?
rated R. Period.
Oh,
So-
yeah, no, this one actually was rated R, so I give it credit where credit's due.
So what they say about the Alien series is that it's going to leap off at where they were last time, basically, for Aliens.
The
last place they were at.
The movie, yes. The series is going to be taking place on Earth, and it's also going to be taking place before the Nostromo incident, before the first Aliens movie. But we're going to eventually be getting those creatures, which, in a technical sense, doesn't make sense. But I'm thoroughly invested. Which means that we're most likely not going to be getting cameos from Ripley or anybody like that.
Weaver's
There might
kinda
be
a little
references
bit
to
old
the
for that.
Nostromo, but that's about it. Well, yeah, I mean, even de-aging doesn't do that much. I mean, like, de-aging on Samuel L. Jackson, Captain Marvel was great until he started running.
Then he
And
became
then it
more
was-
fatter, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, so on to our next one, Train. I've heard really good things about this movie. I've heard it's a fun ride. Oddly enough, it's based off a book. Not a lot of people knew that.
I mean, that's how
So-
most movies are. They're based off a book.
That's how most
until people
movies and TV
realize-
shows are now. Anyways, Terminal
Well,
List is
looks
based off of a
interesting.
book too.
I would
It does.
say
I'm
that the
thoroughly invested
expectations
now.
of book-based movies sometimes is kind of like, eh.
Well, this one, from what I've been told, is it's a hyper stylized kind of over the top movie. So
Yeah.
just go in expecting that to kind of like lower your don't go in with like this like, oh, it's gonna be like John Wick but more realistic. Don't go in expecting that. It's literally gonna be
Yeah.
more
I'll do that.
or like I would say an
There's
80s
a
action
scene-
movie or a 90s thriller kind of thing.
There is quite literally a scene with the main character beating the shit out of a mascot.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we're talking
Like
about
a
Bullet
scene.
Train. Is it?
We are
Yeah.
talking about
Is it
Bullet Train.
good?
I don't
haven't seen
know.
it.
I haven't seen it yet.
All I heard
I
It's on my
really
list.
want to go see it though.
Things
It is on my
Yeah.
about
list.
the movie.
It's definitely on my list too. I'm probably not gonna go see it. Like, I'm not gonna go pay $10 for a ticket, but I'll probably go see it in like matinee price or something.
My thing is like with movies in general, don't always go into high expectations. I just
No.
go in. I don't even compare shit unless it has something to do with a franchise, and even then,
Right.
that's
So,
not good. But
any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Bullet Train?
I will watch it whenever I get around to it. I know it's gonna be
Same here. Yeah.
The same. I will more likely watch it as soon as it comes out on like streaming service or
Yeah.
just sit down. Yeah, just when it comes out on streaming service. But I think it was a good idea, Bullet Train, but it gave me more of Wanted, like a Wanted feel. You know how at the end of Wanted, towards the end of Wanted, he was fighting on the train with his dad.
Yeah.
That's what it gave me more feel. Give me that feel there.
The movies. That's actually one of the few performances that James McAvoy doesn't own. That movie's entertaining, but boy, is it bad. Anyways,
It is. It's terrible.
Like,
It's based off of a
that
fucking
cringe.
comic, but it's terrible.
it's a terrible movie, but it's so entertaining.
Okay, it's bad. Basically.
Also,
Most people
because
like it
you
'cause of,
literally you have young Professor X literally knocking the teeth out of young Star keyboard.
Yeah. And
That
then you
movie,
got the
yeah,
hot
everybody
chick that's
forgets
in
that.
there.
Yeah, Angelina
Well,
Jolie. But anyways,
it's one of
on to
those that
our
you just
next one.
love to laugh at it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a thoroughly entertaining movie. Anyways, on to our final now showing, which is Netflix adaptation. of
Are
The
you okay?
Sandman. Yeah, I've
You
had a
good?
stroke. I'm sorry.
Bit of a stroke there.
I had a bit of a stroke. Don't worry.
Go get some
Anyways,
bread.
on to The Sandman, and I've started watching this show.
It's so good.
invested.
I fucking love. I
thoroughly
fucking. It's
enjoyed
one of my
this.
favorite fucking DCU.
I actually I know
TV
they're
show,
trying to
right?
get me to cry. Trying to get me to cry with the gargoyle. They're not going to get me to cry with the gargoyle. I'm sorry, it was cute, but I was like, okay, I've barely known this.
My
So
one
why?
concern,
In
my
fairness,
only concern.
Go ahead.
in fairness, I feel like the gargoyle scene was more to show Dream's connection to everything going on in the realm while he was away, rather than
I will
to
agree.
invoke tears. Because
I will agree. Oh, they were trying to invoke tears with that fucking gargoyle.
For me,
You know
for
they
me, the whole part was I like how they added the Cain and Abel story, but added a different.
That was
touch
actually
to it.
really cool.
That's actually
Yeah,
part
that
of
was
the
actually
book
pretty cool.
itself.
Yeah,
Cain and Abel have been a part of the book itself. Like everything about them, the fact that Cain repeatedly murders Abel on a regular.
Yeah, that was.
yeah. I
That's
figured
what-
they were. That's what they were going to. Yeah.
That's what's entertaining about it because the dude
Also,
can't help it. He kills them anyway all the fucking time. So I mean, I
who's
guess.
the guy with no eyes? I forget his name.
His name is it's with a C.
Yes.
Fuck.
Corinthians.
Yes, the
Corinthians,
Corinthians.
yes.
Corinthians.
The
Yeah,
Corinthians.
Corinthians. Yeah. Corinthians. Yeah.
He
He's
is supposed to be the
genuinely
nightmare
kinda
of nightmares,
intimidating.
bro.
He
Yeah.
is a demon.
He's kind of
nightmare.
intimidating.
No, he's not even
Yeah.
a demon. He's not a demon.
he's
he's
a
a
nightmare.
nightmare.
He's just a
He's
nightmare.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
But he's the
there's a
nightmare of
distinct
nightmares,
difference
though.
between demons and nightmares in this
Okay.
universe.
Okay, hey, guys. He is the pitch black to Mephisto's Sandman. And if you get that reference, I love you.
And you don't
Uh,
love
I
him
didn't say
because I don't.
Mephisto. I'm
That
sorry.
reference.
I meant to say Morpheus. Okay, have you guys never seen Rise of the Guardians?
Yes,
Yes,
I have.
and that's why I'm shaking my head.
Damn it.
That's why I was leaving. That's why I was saying stop. Also, my main concern about this, even though that it's good so far and I'm loving it, it's on Netflix. That's my only concern, and that's all I
They're
was
gonna
saying.
cancel
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
They are.
I fear that they might cancel it because I'm excited.
What can
I'm
you
excited for a second
If
season
they
for this
do, though,
thing.
here's the thing. If they do, though, theoretically, and I do mean theoretically, they can use the same loophole that Netflix has used countless times, and Warner Brothers can slap it on HBO Max as an original.
And continue it.
true.
Save the show. Because
No,
Netflix has done that with... They've done that with Designated Survivor. Granted, they ruined Designated Survivor, but that's a different story. And they've also done it with a couple of other shows as well.
I forgot
I know they're
about
doing it
that
with
show.
Manifest. I think they're getting Manifest one final season.
Mhm.
So,
There
Okay, we have
was-
10.
Sorry, go ahead.
We have 10 episodes. How long should this series run completely? Like, how long should we have? And
I think they
So-
should.
general.
Well, I
stick-
think
they
each
should-
episode
Hold on.
does a volume, if I'm not mistaken. Each episode
Hold
does a volume, kind of, sort of. Go ahead.
These 10 episodes, from what I've seen, are completely covering Act 1 of the Sandman book.
okay,
How many acts of the Sandman book are there?
Well, that's the thing. The Sandman, as far as I'm aware, as far as what's available on Audible, it's 2 acts.
Okay, so it can only be about 2 seasons then. Give or
Yeah.
take.
Unless they start pulling from other sources in
Okay.
DC
Or
Comics.
just
If there
making
are
it
any.
So I like the idea they went with on this one, that they split the 10 episodes into two different parts. All right, you got the part where he's trying to find out all this stuff, get the guy, kill the family who took and trapped him and took all this stuff, and he does it. And then you got the second part where he stops Corinthians and finds a void and everything else. Basically, I like how
Also
they
part of the
split it
book.
up in 2 different parts.
That's also a part of the book.
There,
it is?
from what I've been told, this is actually really faithfully adapting the book.
Yes, it
So-
really is. Like the entire first part, of the first book is completely dealing with Dream getting back his tools, like we saw in the first 5 episodes. I was really nervous going into the 5th episode because if you've read the book or listened to the book, that is they go into deep detail where they just kind of fade to black a lot of the time in the episode.
Yeah.
I was wondering, what is the game that him and Lucifer play, though? I've always wondered that.
It's basically a game. It's a one-upmanship game. They each take turns, quote unquote, transforming into a thing trying to harm the other.
Oh, you know what? All right, so this has to do with with Sideman. All right, so I watched this game. What's it called? No Game No Life. There it is. Yeah, No Game No Life. And in part of one episodes in there is that game where the angel and the two main characters are fighting against her because she loves knowledge, and they play a game where basically that I am and shit. The difference was the fact that every time you name something, it appeared and can either kill you or don't want to.
That whole anime in its own is just, it's a meme.
It is. It's
that
a
particular
funny meme.
The visuals,
like the whole anime is a meme, but that particular scene, they have to name something, whether it's something living, just whatever, and it'll either appear or disappear. And they're just trying to beat each other by doing something where it'll get the other person to give up, or they can't think of something, or kills them.
Yeah.
Do you think that it'll be on the top of the list on Netflix? On its top
I'm
list?
surprised if it isn't already.
Yes, I'm with Shadow on that. I'm surprised that if it isn't already, but I feel by the end of next week it should be somewhere in the middle, or it's in the beginning. Don't get me wrong, I
acting
love the
is
movie.
really good.
Oh,
The
guilty.
visuals are amazing, and the soundtrack
Yeah.
is great.
The actor who played the main character of the whole book, everybody's out of him. What I've been hearing, he's a great fucking actor. Everybody's
I love his
saying
voice.
it has a gothic touch to it.
I love his voice. I love the look they gave him. My only complaint is he's got that eternal pout.
Yeah. I'm getting Edward vibes from him, not gonna lie.
I feel like it has more of a
Yeah,
grunge
that
type
is my
feel to the movie instead
only-
of goth.
And again, that is my only complaint about the
That's
character
lit-
is the eternal pout.
That's literally
sort of-
what I saw.
I'm not gonna lie, he looks like he listens to Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, and My Chemical Romance on a constant repeat.
Isn't the constant pout like a trademark of anything that's like DC related
Basically.
Kind
or
of.
movie wise? Because
It was a
how many of those have that
common
constant
trait
pout?
for every superhero movie since the 90s. If we want to be technical, Blade was the only exception.
That was
Like
great.
seriously.
Actually, the first the Constantine movie
Yes.
with Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Breathtaking.
But mostly the DC movies have that constant pout. A lot of the Marvel movies, not as much.
A lot of the early 2000s Marvel's movies did. I.e.
Spider-Man.
Affleck's Daredevil,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. The Spider-Man didn't have it as much. but I would say Affleck's Daredevil. Other
Yes,
thing insert year.
but there's been like, especially with the MCU, there have been so many Marvel movies where that constant pout hasn't been there that it
True.
overwhelms the pout that was there at the beginning.
By the way, if you guys really want to enjoy Affleck's Daredevil, watch the director's cut. Makes a little bit more sense.
I feel like the Daredevil movie was actually the Daredevil from Affleck's was okay. It's the
Okay.
Elektra movie. It's the Elektra movie that I have super dear problems with because that movie
Elektra
was
flopped so hard.
It did. The fucking
Bringing it back to the
CGI
subject at
sucked.
hand.
Yes, bring it back to the Sandman.
Oh, I'm
the,
sorry.
The eternal pouting, pale-skinned, dark-haired warrior that we have.
Skinny
Well,
version
totally
like I
doesn't,
said,
you know,
I feel it has more of a
Edward
I feel like it has more of a
Collingham.
grunge type feel to it instead of a gothic feel to
Or
it.
seriously, here's what I'm gonna call him. We're gonna call him Edward Scissored Man, because it's Edward Scissorhands Sandman.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
that was his hands.
What I'm getting at with that comment is that is my only complaint about it. Everything else, the way he carries himself, the way he moves, the way he talks, the looks that he gives people, that is how I have always envisioned Sandman.
True. He is a pretty monotone character, so it is what it is.
And he always
I'm
plays
thoroughly enjoying it so far.
plays the neutral card
Yeah.
that he
So
can't.
speaking of
that he-
DC,
Here we go.
Here we
speaking
go.
of DC,
Oh, yeah.
onto
Opening that-
Eternal Pouts. Onto
Oh,
Eternal Pouts. We
Opening
have
that
some
can of
news with
worms.
DC. We have some unfortunate news with DC, but also some, I guess, highlights if you have not paid attention in the past 10 years. So, not only do we have the cancellation of a lot of Warner Brothers projects, but primarily DC when it comes to Batgirl. A completed movie, by the way, minus a $90 million deletion for tax purposes, mind you. Meaning
That
we
pisses
will
me off.
never see, this will never see the light of day. Unlike Snyder Cut, this will never ever see the light of day if it is been,
Unless
if
in
it's
the
been cut for
very
tax
future.
purposes. There's no way it's going to happen. Like if they're cutting out tax purposes, then theoretically they could be fined for tax fraud if it ever sees the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
we
be
talking
like
One of
Flash?
those that will never come out. We're talking about Batgirl.
Oh,
Why
Remember,
is
they still
that-
haven't
why-
canceled Flash?
So why is
It's
for
a whole tax
purposes?
legal reason.
Like-
They're saying that they cut that and the Scoob prequel movie. They cut both of those for tax reasons, as well as they've also taken off a whole bunch of stuff quietly off of
Scooby-Doo
HBO Max.
prequel?
No. Scoob prequel. You remember that movie that came out?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
the
a
animated
Scooby-Doo
Scoob
prequel.
movie that was
I
supposed
just
to be.
want-
There was going to
I
be a
just want-
prequel, and that's
But
I
what
don't
do you
care about
what do
that.
you mean to kind of like get in a little bit deep, like tax reasons or like what in general? Like, do they owe
So-
money?
I just want
No,
to
no. They wrote it off for taxes. Like, oh, since we're a movie studio and we're never going to let this see the light of day, can we write this off for tax reasons? Is essentially what I got out of it.
Hmm.
So, if they ever do let it see the light of day, then they can technically be fined for tax fraud,
Yeah.
Well,
and that's a big deal. So,
that's a big fucking deal.
here's my thing.
I just want a new
Somebody-
Scooby-Doo cartoon, damn it.
Somebody
Tough
at the
shit.
studio. Somebody at the studio has gone on record as saying that they want their movies to be on blockbuster scale, which, in my mind, is contradicting other comments saying it has nothing to do with the performance or the what was the word? I can't remember off the top of my head. But
scale.
yes, thank you. This was a project that so many people sunk so much time into
And money.
and money. 90. God dang.
I
I'm not
feel-
even a DC fan.
I was
fucking
getting
love
hyped
DC.
for it. I was getting hyped for it, and I'm not that big of a DC
I
fan.
forgot about it,
and
but then I just stopped
honestly.
caring.
But this is
Are they still allowed to remake the movie, or is it still like no? Like anything that has to
I
do with
guess
Batgirl
theoretically
at all?
they can make a Batgirl movie. It just cannot be anywhere similar to this plot. Now, the other reason
would
why a lot
say-
of people are saying that the main reason that Warner Bros. Said was for tax purposes, but other people have said they don't like how it's connecting to Michael Keaton's Batman because they're not going to be following that forward. they're
He's too
apparently
old to
they've
be
gotten
Batman.
Ben Affleck back. It's not that he's too old to be Batman. He could be a mentor character. That's kind of what
I
they
mean,
were
yeah,
going
but
for.
otherwise, like,
But I think personally that's the main reason why they did it is definitely they could write it off as taxes because they're like, well, we're never going to follow through on this, so let's go ahead and can the whole project. And then we can get it written off for tax purposes. So technically it's not a $90 million waste. And then, at least they'll make something out of it. But that beyond that, it's just a factor of, I think personally, and that leads into our next thing is they do have a 10-year, they're quote unquote doing a 10-year plan, not too dissimilar to Marvel, except they're actually admitting that they are taking a page out of Marvel's book. Now, granted, I'm not super excited about that because we've heard that before. We heard it in 2017 Comic-Con. We heard it in 2018 Comic-Con. Then we heard it in 2020. We heard it in 2021 DC fandom.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, but we're burnt out of superhero movies.
yeah,
I
was
fully
about to
agree. I fully blown
Yeah, don't
agree
get
with
me
you.
wrong.
I am.
I think
about to
DC
say
has
that.
the potential to make enough newer projects. Like, okay, look at Shazam. Shazam is basically big in a superhero movie. Also has some
actually
really dark
good.
as fuck moments, which is why I love the movie. But
I was also
that's a
going to
different
save this
reason.
for my Snodacast, actually. Is more of a question for him.
In the Snowquakes, buddy, but if we do, I'll let you know. That would have been something to have brought up last night, but we'll get into that later. Anyways, so when it comes down to that, how do you guys feel about the DC franchise so far? What changes should or shouldn't be made to make it more successful? I don't necessarily think a 10-year plan is a bad idea. However, I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
For Asher Miller to the ocean, but that's
I
my
feel-
obvious.
I'm gonna say this.
We're
A
not going
friend
to get
of-
into Ezra Miller.
A friend and I sat at one of the local diners at one night, spent hours just rebuilding the DC movie universe from the ground up.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
God damn.
We do this. We do this.
Feel bad for you, friend.
I feel like that's what they're trying to do.
I also agree. I think they're trying to take what elements they like currently from the DCEU, and then they're just going to build it from the ground up.
And if they can pull it off, good for them. I'm not getting my hopes up.
Anything.
I
Yeah,
am
me
super
neither.
pumped for the Blue Beetle movie because I think they said that they're not canceling that. So I'm super
Good.
pumped for that because that's
Good.
almost done
I
filming.
don't think there's even been a trailer for it.
It's not even done filming yet, Joe. So
No.
yeah,
I feel-
we
for this
also
whole
got
movie-
a teaser. I find it funny that we got a teaser for a movie that hasn't even started filming.
Oh
Just
yeah, the whole
Distract us from all the bad press. Yeah, the Joker.
Yeah.
the Lady Gaga will be
mean
now
that
the
Daisy
Joker's the Joker's
She's gonna be Harley Quinn.
in the Joker series is going to be
She's
Harley
gonna
Quinn.
be Harley Quinn in
Lady
the
Gaga as
Joaquin
Harley
Phoenix.
Quinn.
I mean, I think
Not
she
a
can
bad
do.
idea.
I think she
I
can
don't
do
think
a
it's a
great
bad
I'm
job
honestly
as
not
Harley
sure how I
Quinn.
feel about that.
Now, here too is they are stating that this is going to be a musical, but before everybody freaks the fuck out, it's going to probably be like 5 or 6 songs tops, and it's probably going to also play into the fact of they're in a fucking mental asylum. One's crazy and the other one's turning crazy. Really think about it.
Fair.
Would you not also sing
the
these?
origin story of Joker and Harley, basically?
Yep.
Is that what you're basically
kinda.
saying?
Really just the origin story for Harley. And I'd like to see a proper origin story for Harley because honestly, aside from the Harley Quinn show, DC kind of skipped over that shit.
Yeah.
Granted, is it controversial as fuck? Yes.
Yeah.
I could say the
Wanna see
same
it.
thing. Like more Harley content would be nice.
And nothing against Margot Robbie. I would like to see different interpretations of Harley in live action form. And I think Lady Gaga is not a bad choice.
But if you
Yeah,
were
I'm just-
to choose a different person, who would it be?
Amber Heard.
Okay, you better say psych right now. I'm coming down there.
I don't know.
No,
mean,
I agree. I agree with Shed. I feel like she could play. She could play
No,
Harley.
no. Sorry. Not Harley Quinn. Sorry. A gender bent Joker. My bad.
I know.
Jesus
I would say
Christ.
for a Joker, for a female Joker, I would give that role to a better,
You're joking. I was
better
gonna have to-
actress
man,
who
we're
played
dating
as a
ourselves
male
right here.
or something like
It's
that.
like, all right, Amber, I want you to pretend that over there is Johnny Depp in a Harley Quinn costume. and just go for it.
Okay, not gonna lie, it's still funny, but
I
But
feel
you
bad for whoever's in that role.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
horrible.
It's probably just those crash test dummies in a suit.
Swear to me.
but you're saying like,
Like, I swear I didn't
What the
pick it
fuck?
up on the tape. It's
so you're saying she'll be the de facto voice actor for Harley. I was like, dude,
Hey,
what the fuck are
hey,
you talking about?
guys, let's be perfectly honest though. Amber Heard doesn't just shit in a bed. She sells handmade products, and it's called Amber Turds. Amber's
fucked
Turds.
I mean, we already
And
know
she
where
can
the
also
prototype
say
came
she's
from.
instead of an entrepreneur, she's an entrepreneur.
And we all know where her
Bring it back.
prototype of this product came to.
Let's bring it back.
All right. Anyways, so
Okay, let's do that.
we're not gonna go into Ezra Miller, though. I don't think his future or their future is going to be any longer in the DCEU. I think that
Or
now,
any
granted,
fucking
because
movie.
any fucking movie. True. I think they're going to be blacklisted.
Yeah.
I will say this. I also think
That's
I don't think
long.
they're going to bring in Grant Gustin. I think personally, when it comes to the Flash, here's what you should do. I know there's so much shit you can do with Barry Allen. I think Wally West is the better fucking Flash, anyways. Tell me I'm wrong.
I would say
Just
you're not
cast a Wally
entirely
West.
wrong, but
I mean,
Cast a Wally West. That's all I ask.
They have cast a Wally, but that's more
In
of
the movies,
Oh, in the movies.
and also the Flash show is going out, by the way.
thank
Oh.
God it is.
It's canceled.
Yeah, it's finally ending. It's finally ending. They're gonna cancel it. They're gonna give it one final season.
Thank
They
fucking
can't,
God.
They can't milk it anymore.
But I
Wow.
don't
That shit
think Grant
deserves
Gustin. Everybody's like, "Oh, Grant Gustin's gonna become Barry." I'm like, I don't see that happening. That's
And if it
probably
does,
not gonna happen.
Cool,
If
but
it does, cool. But I think he's done with the Flash. I think he wants to go and do other shit. And
Think
good
of a
on him if he
Jedi.
does. Honestly, if I'm gonna go with anybody to cast, he can hate me for this. Cast Tom Holland as the Flash. Fun.
Nope.
Holland
Actually-
as the Flash.
Yeah.
no, he's got the
Honestly,
he's
he's got
the
the.
he's got the attitude.
Yeah.
Yep. I think he does.
He just needs to get a little taller, though. That's the question.
Or hear me out. Andrew Garfield.
I prefer
So
Andrew
we're
Garfield.
just taking-
Yeah.
You want to say Tobey
We're just-
Maguire
Maybe
next?
Spider-Man. Yes. Yeah.
He's small enough to
Yes.
be the Flash.
Yes. Actually,
Andrew-
I do think Andrew Garfield would be a great Flash.
And if you're gonna
I think
add
he'd
Andrew Garfield,
be a
might
great
as well
Wally.
put Tobey Maguire as a villain. Wally's acting.
Put Tobey
That'd be-
Maguire as
Oh,
freaking Reverse
funny.
Flash.
That'd be fun. It'd be like,
Actually, that'd be
the
pretty good
fastest man
honestly.
alive, Barry.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be really good casting, honestly.
Nah, actually, you know, it'd be more funnier having Alfred Molina's face as Neil Bard.
Anyways, that's a whole different story. But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the DC news that we have got?
Don't give me a heart attack with the Amber Heard Harvey Quinn.
I'm not hurting- I'm
the
not
whole
holding my breath.
DCU in itself needs a better fucking everything, bro. They just need
I
to
think both
tell the person
sides.
whoever's in charge of it that fired. We're gonna see if we can find someone better who can do it, and do it
Exactly.
that fucking way.
Honestly,
I
I think
don't
that
disagree.
DC would do better with a different company running the movie side of things.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, and the good news is
Completely different
actually
company.
now DC is going to be its own studio, like not akin to, or not unlike Marvel is its own studio under Disney. DC will now be its own film studio under Warner Brothers.
Warner Brother hasn't
But
produced
that's
a good
still a
movie
thing. The people
in
running
years.
I think Warner Bros. Probably needs to
The
step
people
back.
in charge of the studio that they are doing all this,
Mhm.
the people running it all need to change.
Yeah.
Well, they have. He's already fired a shit ton of the former HBO CEOs and everything else like that, or Warner Brothers CEOs. So, I mean,
You should just have the Animaniacs
they're taking a step in the
charge.
right direction. I think this guy is willing to be the bad guy for a little while to kind of start like pulling projects and everything else. It's like, no. We're going to start over from scratch. Whatever it is that was successful, we're going to keep, and then we'll figure a way to put it in there. But for right now, we're gonna figure out what we can do from the ground up.
We just
We're
need
gonna
to.
take the Marvel method.
I feel like we
Kevin
need just a
Feige
rest.
is.
I feel like
I think
everybody
that
just
they
needs
got
a rest
upset
period
that-
from superhero movies in general.
I think they
Well, the
got
biggest
upset.
thing is that. Go ahead.
think they got upset with the whole fact of it. I think the CEO who did the whole thing got upset with the fact of that Marvel had a 10-year plan and a 6-7 phase plan, and they did it. They made Marvel's movies fucking great and world known and stuff like that. I think that's why they're all mad about it, because they want to do the same thing with DC, but they can't, because every time they produce a live action movie, they fucking fuck it up hard.
Well, here's the other thing: is Man of Steel was a quote unquote DCEU film that wasn't trying to set something up, because when they figured out that Man of Steel was popular, like, oh shit, we can make a DC equivalent to MCU. So let's go ahead and start setting up 5 different movies with one movie instead of focusing on Batman v Superman. But we only really called it Batman v Superman because we want to get seats. And then the clusterfuck that was Wonder Woman was good, but then the clusterfuck that was Justice League happened, and they had all these plans, and then it just kept going down and down and down and down and down because they didn't want to wait. They couldn't have just done a solo Batman movie, a sequel to Man of Steel, and then eventually led into something.
They didn't even want to like.
They would have done better if they did. If they were going to be following Marvel's whole thing of a however many year plan of getting a universe going, you need to set up the characters ahead of time, because trying to set them up in a group movie like Justice League, you're trying to give them the backstory and get things started, and they don't have the time for that. They need to get it started.
Even the Snyder Cut didn't really have that much of the time for it. So
yeah,
like starting up a car and not.
They need to have their own solo movies before they get started on all this and go off of that.
For me, they should have just built off of, like you were saying, like, we had the Batman movie, then we have the Superman movie, then we have a movie between both of them that basically, whether it's facing each other or fighting together in some sort, then you add another different superhero from the Justice League and have their story, and then slowly tie in with both of them meeting up and then slowly building off, basically.
Well, the thing they could have done as well is they could have done Man of Steel, Batman solo movie, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, a Flash movie at some point, right? And that way, and then you could have something along the lines of like all these are kind of staying loosely connected, and then basically into something like Batman v Superman, where we already have the backstory between Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and then we can have those teases where it's like, oh shit, Cyborg's out there. Like, you don't have to necessarily give Cyborg a solo movie, because like Cyborg's kind of a self-explanatory character.
Especially if you watch Teen
We never
Titans.
got a Lady Hawk movie, right?
No, but we are getting a Lady Hawk in Black Adam.
Lady Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk Lady.
No. I thought that was the Mel Hawk.
Hawk.
I thought it was that Mel Hawk one.
Hawk
Yeah,
Woman.
it's both.
Hawk, you mean? Oh wait. Oh,
What
it's
is it?
Hawk-
Hawkman,
Lady
and
Hawk,
Hawk Girl.
Lady Hawk was a movie
Hawkman and Hawk Girl.
way back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hawkman and Hawk Girl. So, yeah, no, we are getting both of them, I believe, in the Black Adam movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
Honestly,
because
so,
what
like,
was
you
better
could,
than
you
just
could go into stuff like that where you could, like, Cyborg could have, like, honestly, arguably, Zack Snyder's Justice League was the Cyborg story. Think about it that way.
Yeah.
Like, that makes so much sense. And so that
And that would
you
have
can
worked
have him
bringing the
teased.
cyborg into it, because
Exactly.
that part of it worked. Suddenly
Yeah.
bring in Flash like that with like no warning whatsoever,
Yeah.
and
Just
just
establishing that he's known.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Just,
just
like,
one of those things.
having
I think
something
you
to
could have had
build
those
up
solo
the other
movies.
characters would have done wonders for it.
Oh yeah, like I definitely think they could have done something along akin to Phase One, but instead of doing a Avengers movie, like instead of doing Justice League, you could do Batman v Superman, and then go into Justice League. That would make so much sense. Like
Mhm.
don't even necessarily kill off Superman until like let's off say in the second or in the end of Justice League, and then that could immediately lead into Justice League Part 2.
I mean, even then,
Because-
Batman v Superman, after those two,
You know?
Mm-hmm.
after Man of Steel, if they did a Batman movie, Wonder Woman movie after that, and then do Batman v Superman, because at the end of that, they had the teaser of the other people they could contact.
true.
Aquaman,
Yeah.
Flash, and Cyborg,
Mhm.
and then do those movies before they get to Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah.
So
Oh, if you're talking about like just going off of what they already have.
I'm using it as an example of what they should have done in this
You're
case.
using as a
True.
reference,
Fitting
basically.
into
Should have had
Justice-
a Batfleck solo movie, then go into Batman v Superman.
Batfleck.
Wonder Woman and Batfleck, and
Why-
then
why-
go into Batman and Superman.
They should have redone the Green Lantern.
They should.
I
He's
agree.
also-
Yeah.
Well, there
Fucking,
were
I
some
fucking
rumors
feel
that they
they
were going to
should
do a
do rebrand.
Green Lantern Corps movie, and I
Green-
thoroughly would love that. That way, you have more than one Green Lantern. Also,
Yeah.
honestly, let's be perfectly honest. Hal
Agreed.
Jordan's a boring as fuck Green Lantern.
I mean, he was
Ooh,
honestly, they should have done a prequel where it was Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern, and then a bit of Hal Jordan.
But Hal Jordan's
They
the more
have
recognizable
so many
name.
good options for Green
Yeah,
Lantern.
The comic books. he was-
John.
I mean,
I love
you
the
know,
Mexican.
there's
I would
no
love that. A
limitations.
Latino Green
Stewart.
Lantern.
Yeah,
I would love
Yeah.
the Latino Green Lantern for this for the
Or
for the
the-
Justice
should be
League
kind
series.
of cool.
or the
And
classic
even
Green Lantern.
Alan Scott,
Lewis.
like Golden Age.
I said also like the classic Green Lantern, the one that we saw in TV and stuff.
Jon Stewart.
Okay.
Oh, the one part of
Lily?
the Super Friends.
the
No,
the
Justice League.
original Green Lantern movie had promise,
I agree.
but the writers and the
CGI
effects
suckballs.
did shit.
Mhm.
Okay, here's
And
the
it was
thing.
anime too. of
Here's the
all
thing.
Sins.
If they would have gone for a more vibrant green, I would have been okay with it. Instead of like that piss sewer look.
Ugh.
If it would have gone for a more vibrant green,
It was more disgusting to
would have
look
been
at.
fine. Exactly. And instead of like sewer green, they could have gone for a more vibrant green. And then
Like-
something along the lines of like I didn't mind the piss yellow. I was like, okay, whatever, fine.
The
It's
piss
supposed to look
yellow
evil
was
and nasty.
pretty good for that. It's
Yeah.
It was funny.
But it
They're-
should have been a
being
more
pissy.
vibrant green.
they
Yeah.
were being pissy about it.
Exactly.
The,
It's like
the,
a more
the,
vibrant.
the
Like,
villain
okay,
in the movie.
Yeah.
Astro suit at the end of it, that was such a vibrant yellow. If you would have done something like that with a green, you would have had a perfect Green Lantern suit. But you didn't, and you fucked it up.
But also
done
not the
fucked it up.
animated bullshit that they did for it. Have it actually be a suit and not just whatever the
CGI.
fuck that is.
Yes and yes. I definitely think having it be a suit and then add highlights of CGI, like to make
That
it
would
kinda
work
glow,
better too.
That would
Yeah.
work better.
That's what they
Because
could've
then you already have a reference point of where you should put it.
I
That
mean,
would've worked,
Shit,
because I like
fucking
the idea of,
Tron
like-
suits did better than that shit.
Well, hey, I like the idea of like
Make a
having
Green
this
Lantern
kind of
Tron suit.
pulsing green from the logo. I love that idea.
I didn't like
like
the
it-
villain. I thought the villain itself.
Oh yeah, Parallax was
the-
fucking boring as
Not even
shit.
Parallax.
But
It wasn't even Parallax. It was the guy that Parallax was controlling. The fucking
Sinestro?
weird fucking hair
That's the
and
thing.
fucking
That
big
guy.
giant ass
Yeah.
head.
That's
and
the
to be
thing.
perfectly honest, I felt more bad for him than anything else. I didn't really like the villain. I just felt bad for him in the end. I was like, oh, that sucks.
that guy is part of why I said the writing was shit, because they could
Yeah.
have done so much more with Sinestro turning into the villain,
Well, yeah,
being
that's
corrupted by
True.
Parallax,
the thing.
than just with him.
Whenever anybody thinks about the Green Lantern villain, it's
They think
always Sinestro
Sinestro.
and Yellow Corps.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Even though
they
there's
built
red,
up to
white, and
Sinestro
black.
becoming Yellow Core at the end of it.
Yeah,
As a teaser for a sequel that
for a sequel
Never
that
was
will
gonna
never
happen.
happen.
Came.
And honestly, here's the thing: the actor they got to play Sinestro was a really good. I love Mark Strong as Sinestro. He would have been the best part of the. He was the best part of the movie, in my opinion.
Like they did have a lot of great casting. There's a lot of shit movies that had amazing casting for certain
But
roles.
just poor piss fucking writing.
Yeah, like
There's a plenty
in
of
all
movies that are
honesty,
like that.
Yeah,
another example of that was Aragon.
true.
Mm.
A lot of amazing casting with shit writing.
Except for the lead. He kind of sucked.
especially considering that they actually had a
I
book
didn't
Oh,
about
say
it.
every part of the casting was great.
The majority of the casting, yes. Now, the only one that genuinely always makes me laugh is John Malkovich as the evil king.
Oh my
He
god.
did a good job at it.
He
He was-
like when he was the
The,
shit.
No,
the,
no,
the
no,
lead to
Here's
Aragon
the thing.
didn't have
I
a
think
lot
John
of,
Malkovich
didn't have
is
a whole bunch
hilarious
of,
no matter what he does because he's
Fucking
always speaking in perfect, like it's always speaking like this. There is
He
no
enunciates and
mistakes.
dictates
He
everything so
enunciates and
perfectly.
He enunciates and dictates everything with grating voice. It works great in
He-
Con Air. It doesn't
saying-
look so great in Aragon.
Jesus.
Well,
Are you saying he was
it,
the shade
it
guy?
makes sense for if you read through the series. It makes sense for the character for why he was chosen for it, and he did a great job on it.
Fair enough. Anyways,
He was
on to our next
But-
topic.
but
We
the-
talked about DC
yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, we've been at this
No,
for
it is a very
about
interesting
40 minutes.
for about 40 minutes. Well, it's a lot of news, so fair enough.
Content.
All right, on to the next topic.
Fuck it.
So we have our first
Oh,
official
God,
trailer
please.
for the Spirit Halloween movie.
Get rid of that
And
goosebump shit out
it's-
of
it's
my
a trailer.
fucking face.
Fucking movie, bro.
Okay.
I saw the
okay.
trailer,
It's a
and that's what I think of it.
It's a trailer.
Why do I feel like it's gonna be
Eh.
a scary movie / emoji movie?
Okay, scary
No,
movie
it's
was
it's
Oh,
So-
dear
it's
God.
worse. It's
It's
worse.
an insult to the scary movie franchise.
It's worse, dude. It's
So,
it's
hold
like
on.
Goosebumps.
Hold on.
Scary movie was meant to be
Hold on.
looked at.
No,
in-
that's an insult to Goosebumps. First off,
Hold on.
fucker.
What are you trying to say, Ali?
I feel like they're trying to get the same kind of quote unquote magic that Willy's Wonderland had.
And it's not working. Willy's Wonderland
it's
was
not.
at least rated R.
Well,
But
even
I
then,
also
like,
feel like it's. Also feel like it's also being marketed more towards kids.
well,
and
here's
that's
the
where
thing.
their
That's
fucking
that's
problem
where they're
is.
fucking wrong. That's where they're fucking
If you're
wrong.
making a party Halloween theme movie, go right ahead. But this is Spirit fucking Halloween. At least market it towards teenagers.
Let
Then
me,
I give it an
Adults.
excuse.
Let me explain this shit, because I was talking to my dad about it in the first place. I'm like, look, I know we don't like a lot of horror movies. He grew up with a bunch of the original horror movies. I'm like, if you're gonna make a fucking horror movie with all this like just suspense and all this stuff, make it fucking rated R. Just do
I
it.
think you're
Because
kinda
the
probably
whole
right.
reason why they're not doing it is because of the company. Because they want to be family friendly and they want to attract more people to their
course.
like
That's where I
product.
think
and stuff.
theoretically they could've gotten
who's
away
in
with
charge of
PG-13.
this, anyways?
They could have done something like Ready Player One for Spirit Halloween, okay?
Ready
They-
Player
they
One for
could've,
Spirit
like-
Halloween. True.
They
But the
could have had
marketing
just
alone.
a lot of various horror characters brought into this and just sort of
That's expensive.
And the
Yeah.
problem
That's
is
expensive,
they
Lily.
went for
it's
their
Spirit
own
Halloween, so it'd be like
characters.
discount horror characters.
The problem is that they went for their own characters. So
It is.
And
nice
I
to see
and here's the
Christopher
thing.
Lloyd still
I
in this.
this is true. I personally think that the idea of using your own animatronics, perfectly fine idea. Should you have made
Makes
it
money.
more realistic instead of actually look like people in costumes? Yes.
yes,
Maybe that's what
The-
we're eventually going to get. Is they're going to become more realistic the longer they stay alive. Something akin to what Chucky is. So Chucky is a very doll-like character, and then eventually becomes more and more human the more he stays in the doll.
So the
I was
impression I was
gonna-
getting is this is kind of a kids becoming teens story. We've got the kids who are feeling that like they're too old to be trick or treating, but still want to have one last.
It's a
big
coming of
Halloween
age story in
hurrah.
Halloween, and
I mean, what's
honestly,
new?
that's all fine and dandy. You can do that in PG-13 and
Oh, yeah,
make it
definitely.
great. This feels like this. Okay, you make this. You're probably gonna hate me for this,
Oh jeez.
Hey, we already hate you enough as is.
this feels like the honey.
and I hate
honey,
you as well.
Honey the Pooh killing.
No. That's gonna be genuinely funny. This
Even
feels
though it was
like,
filmed for 1 week, less than 1 week.
This feels like Disney Channel at Goosebumps.
Oh, Halloween
No.
Town.
Exactly what I was
Oh
thinking.
man,
No,
God,
way
yes,
worse.
dude.
Way worse. No, not
That's
even.
an
Not
insult
even.
to Halloween Town.
No, not even.
That's an
Not even
insult to Halloween
Disney.
Town.
More like a bootleg version of.
Oh, so Disney minus attempt at Goosebumps.
Yes, basically.
You said Disney's attempt at Goosebumps. That's Halloween Town.
Halloween Town is better than this, though.
Somebody was
At least
actually
it's got
That's my
nostalgia
point.
behind it.
at Halloween
That's
Town
my point.
a while back.
Hell, Halloween Town at least had actual practical effects that didn't look fake as shit.
And also, at least Halloween Town had the balls to actually have like fucking horrific masks and
Yeah.
stuff.
Eh,
They did.
kinda.
They did. They had.
I'm just stuck
They
on
made
a
horrific
mental
masks
image
kinda
of
cute.
like bad animatronics wearing Spirit Halloween quality costumes trying to scare people.
My
Kinda
hope
makes me a
is
little worried
is
about
that
Five Nights at Freddy's
if
movie.
they ever do a Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, I better see fucking effort because
Okay, so
Plus blood and
here's
guts.
what I'm gonna say. I was the biggest defender of this fucking movie before the trailer.
He really
came out.
was.
I really
He
was.
really was.
Go
did
back and
not-
watch previous episodes
you
when we talked
fucking
about this.
I did
I
not
was
give
the
it
biggest
promise.
defender. I gave it a chance because I'm like, okay, Spirit Halloween has a really sounded like a really interesting idea. And then I saw this trailer, and I'm like, okay,
He's like,
I have lost
oh,
a
well.
lot of
Hold on,
hope for this.
motherfucker.
It had
I've lost a
potential.
lot of hope for this, but I still have that small slither of hope that's like, okay,
He's
this
like-
might be like a fun movie to show my nephew or some shit,
Did you
and
ever
that's fine.
He's like, I
But-
now have to backtrack my statement after how shitty the fucking
no, no,
trailer.
no. Okay,
It's not
the trailer
backtracking.
is shit,
It's not
but I
backtracking.
still think that here's the thing. I
It's
still
editing.
think it has a chance of at least being decent.
Now,
Just
can it be
like it
saved?
says, what happened to Chuck E.
100%.
Cheese when
Then
you
it can
went.
be saved. I'm not the benefit of the doubt. It can be saved
No.
if they just fucking slap rated R.
Now hold on.
Even then, no, not with this trailer.
Nope.
I'm not talking about. I'm
Hold
not
on,
talking about
hold on,
with this
hold on.
trailer. I'm just talking about
Lewis.
in general.
It sounds
I
like
think
you're trying
either
to make
slap
the
a
movie into
PG-13.
every. It sounds like you're trying to make this movie into every other horror movie by slapping rated R on it.
I think personally, you can be more creative with PG-13 because then you have to be really creative on how you kill people.
Well, I
Precisely.
was treating it more like scary.
Doesn't look like anybody would be
movie,
dying in
a
that
sense.
anyway.
Bro,
Scary movie wasn't even scary. The
Genuinely-
scary movie was a fucking comedy.
It's supposed to be funny.
no. Hear me out. Genuinely terrifying sequences in a PG-13 horror movie. I can give you 2 examples. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark,
I
Insidious.
haven't watched.
The first Insidious.
Oh
I
yeah.
need to watch that.
The problem
The
is
first
that
Insidious
those
was fucking
times,
good.
those times were different, Christian.
I'm
Is it
telling
worth
you,
watching
you can
it?
save this movie with the PG-13. You can save it with the PG-13.
Yeah, and-
Not
and-
necessarily 100% make it the best film of all time. I'm saying you can definitely save this movie with the PG-13 rating if you have the balls to go as far as, say, Insidious or, say, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Or heck,
Problem
if
is-
if you don't even go that far, there's the opportunity here to bring in a whole new generation of horror lovers.
I still think you can do that.
You're not
There-
wrong.
there's a
I'm
lot
not
of
disagreeing with
potential.
you. I'm saying if you don't go quite as far, because you did have a point. Those 2 movies did have those moments where some of the more tentative viewers would have been like, "Okay, this genre isn't for me."
One of the most effective jump scares is in a PG-13 horror movie. Insidious.
Fucking what was the
The lipstick
The-
face demon when he first showed up.
oh
oh,
yeah
shit.
behind the mom and shit. Yeah. Yeah, that
Because you didn't expect that.
that shit got me every time I watched it.
Every time I watch it, it always gets me.
But we
I
do
wasn't
need to acknowledge
expecting some
that
fucking.
we do need to acknowledge that it is about time to bring in a new generation of horror lovers.
I agree. However, you can also start almost all of them with 80s kids movies.
The
Oh,
problem
definitely.
is that the restrictions and the way thing is changing. Everything, every
True.
entertainment,
And I
every
think the
decision.
MPA either drastically changed or fucking get rid of altogether.
I feel like if you
Go to
wanna
the
show
Britain
people real
standards of
horror-
fucking rating everything. You see how they rate their shit? Dude, there's
No.
R-rated movies that say 14 plus. Like, bruh. Come on. Come on.
movies were what a PG rated kids movie was differently defined like years ago.
Man, dude, I still remember back in the day when, like, I wasn't allowed to watch like certain movies like Kill Bill, Chucky, like all the classic stuff, and I still did it anyway. So
I'm going to show you.
I mean, I
guys.
wanna
Hell, you don't
say
even
fucking
have to go
kid.
that far. Monster Hunter
So I'm going to
Club.
show you guys something.
yeah, that's true.
Monster Hunter Club.
You mean Monster Squad?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one's really good. Okay, so I'm gonna
Dracula
show you guys
actually
something.
picking up a little girl and cussing at her.
Yeah,
this is
That
the
sounds
Cornetto
funny.
trilogy. This is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End.
Yes.
Wait, did you
Hot
say
Fuzz
Shaun?
is the
No
fucking
ratings
gem.
for all of them.
The only one I haven't
that is
seen.
rated 18 plus. The only one that is rated 18 plus is Hot Fuzz, and that makes sense.
Yeah,
There's
it
some
really
hardcore
does.
shit in that.
Hot Fuzz
But
is a fucking
World's
gem.
End, which involves literally
Hot Fuzz
is about
is
a
like-
fucking pub crawl with aliens in it, and Shaun of the Dead, which has graphically
favorite.
killing people, are both
It's
15
fucking
plus.
hilarious.
I think
Are
if you
both
bring up those,
15.
I think the best one would be fuck, what's his name?
like
Talking
the
about
most.
Edgar, right?
It was the funniest horror movie.
Simon
The guy who played, he plays as the alien. He plays an alien, but he's also like on the human side and shit. They all live in a
Volunteer?
fucking like
You're talking about
suburban
The Watch?
neighborhood. Huh? Yeah,
You're talking about the Watch?
yeah.
Oh, the IT crowd guy. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry,
you could go
you
that
just
way with this
described
one too.
You just described an Alan Tudyk series.
Oh, yeah, the sci-fi series where he pretends to be the new doctor and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it yet, but I know what you're talking about.
I need to figure out what it's on so I can watch it.
It's on sci-fi.
My final statement for this topic: I still think it can be saved, 100%. Not with that trailer that's out.
I
still
don't think it can be saved. I think it's gonna trash.
It made some
So
bad
my
movies.
my last question.
Hey,
My
so
last
it can
question.
have
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
as a
Go ahead.
so it has
Everyone.
potential,
Mhm.
especially if they do a Sonic the Hedgehog treatment to it.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna bring up.
I was
Have
about to
everybody just
say
yeah,
just
that,
boycott the shit out of fucking Spirit Halloween until they fix that shit.
or I'd be like,
Oh,
take
that's
your Sonic
crap.
ES out, man.
Sonic
Like,
with
they
Okay.
can
Chiefs.
still fix it
Joe?
if it's that bad.
All right, we're gonna go on a vote here. All in favor for those saying that Joe can never make cringy ass jokes ever again. For if he does, he will get his hand chopped off. Say aye.
Aye.
That goes against the
All
First
right.
Amendment.
He'll go.
Oh,
Well,
does
he'll-
tough shit,
No, no, no,
bud.
no, no.
Tough shit, bitch. This
give
is
him
the
no, no,
Snodacast.
give him the ban hammer instead.
Hold on. Joe, this isn't going against that amendment. It is listing a consequence should you make those jokes.
So theoretically, you could make those jokes. We're not gonna stop you. We're just gonna cop off your hand. You know, that's the only thing.
You'll get the ban
Uh,
stick.
You'll get the message after one hand. Don't worry.
You still have the freedom to make the jokes. You just don't have the
You're
freedom
banned,
from
sir.
the consequences of it.
At least go for my right hand first, because I use my left. and
We're
right.
not chopping. No. We're chopping off the left hand first because we're gonna throw that immediately in the trash and then desanitize our hands. Over sanitize our hands. We're gonna start pouring bleach all over our hands. Be like,
Or just
Back to
use
the
the
subject.
gloves.
Back
Jesus
to the
Christ.
subject.
anyways, on
You
to
said you had a
our.
question.
So I
Hey,
have
wait.
one last question. Do you guys feel, just based off this trailer, that it is worth going to see in theaters?
Yeah.
No,
Not now.
no.
I'll wait until it
No.
I'll wait until it comes off on like a streaming
I'm gonna
service
try to
like
travel.
Netflix.
If the second
Screen
trailer is
I'll wait
better,
until it gets on
or if it
Netflix.
gets really good reviews, I might consider it. But that's about it.
Grant,
I'd rather go
granted,
back in time and watch Dracula.
I'm biased
Mm-hmm.
in that at the moment, I'm not going to be seeing anything in theaters. It has to be like
Let's say in a hypothetical world that you're
it
able
has
to go
be
to
like
see whatever
top
movie you want.
tier. I'm wanting to see it in order to watch it in theaters.
Fair enough.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'm be like, I can wait.
It's not.
Alright.
It's not a lack of ability. It's a lack of desire to actually go outside.
Fair
That
enough.
too.
People actually go outside.
Get your vitamin C, bitch.
Touch
I
grass.
have like I
drink
have
orange
7
juice.
windows around me that I get my vitamin C through right here.
You're getting artificial vitamin C because you're getting it through glass. Go outside, damn it. Go outside. Play in the dirt with the
touch
stick.
grass.
I don't care.
touch
Go
grass.
touch grass.
It's hard. It's hard to do that in my wheelchair though.
Touch grass, smoke
We will
Oh.
grass.
find a way, or damn it, we will take away your privileges.
Yes, man.
Oh no, I
Uh.
can't use my chair. I'll
Oh
have to
no,
stay
I
inside
can't
now.
wheel out.
No, we'll drag you around. We'll get you we'll get you one of those sled dogs that has like the little hammock. That way you have a companion to play with outside.
We are horrible people.
My
We are
name
all
is
horrible
Doug.
people. No, we'll get him the collar, and we'll call him Doug too.
You might do that to me.
We'll get you a fat golden retriever.
Punishment.
So,
Anyways, on
Next
to
subject.
our
Yes.
next topic. Our next topic is we have the official title and release date for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, new animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles project from Seth Green's studio Point Grey. And
Not broken.
so it is actually officially going to be coming out next August 4th.
Oh, shit.
2023. So that is interesting for sure because we haven't really heard much else about this project other than the fact that Seth Green is attached. Now, he is not acting as far as we know. Though granted, if I think there's anybody that he could play, it would be Michelangelo.
yeah.
Just
I can
because.
see.
Yeah.
Because if you gotta really think about it when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo is definitely the stoner.
Yeah.
Everybody else
Yep.
is getting a contact high.
Basically.
Oh, it's Shaggy from Mystery Inc.
Yes. Let's be
Chris,
perfectly
I'm
honest.
the guy.
Yes. So, do you guys have any excitement about this project? I'm thoroughly excited just because from that title alone, I'm getting very 90s, early
definitely.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm craving that for a while because I kind of grew.
Between the title card and the fact that it is going to be animated, yeah, definitely getting.
True. Now, I do want a different animation style. Like, honestly, I still think one of my favorite animated movies for TMNT was TMNT.
Oh
The CG
yeah,
one.
I did love that one.
The live
That was
action
fucking.
one
That
as
was
a kid.
great. That was a great
Lewis
movie.
has a point because he's doing this, and I'm going to continue to do this, and you go ahead.
If you want your old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, play Shredder's Revenge. I 100%
I've
recommend
been
it.
hearing.
I thought you were going to go the route of find the old series, but I will accept this.
No, Shredder's Revenge.
Go
the
play
only one
Out of the
gripe
Shadows.
I have, the one gripe I have only for that game is that the original intro is remixed, and that's the one thing I do not like.
Also heard
But
it's
other
some
than
bugs.
that, the game is fucking fantastic.
It is a good. It
I
is.
heard it
I-
had some bugs. But
I feel this movie that this movie probably. Why? Because it's Seth Rogen, and he's a great actor himself. I've never known him to direct a movie, at least one that I've seen. I'm
As
just
far as we
wondering
know, he's not
altogether
directing it; he's just
who.
producing it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who he's going to get to play the Turtles, Master Shredder,
Honestly,
and the other characters. Because technically, all you need is a bunch of unknown actors to play the Foot Clan,
that's
the Foot
true.
Clan himself, and that's it. But you need all the main characters to be played by at least.
Actually, you don't even.
I still
somewhat
think.
known people.
Here's what I think. I think Steven should play Donatello.
Stephen who?
Steven Yeun,
Okay.
Invincible.
Sorry,
I think he should play Donatello.
You cut out for the last name for me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeun.
What was his name?
Yeun, however the fuck you pronounce it.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So
Invincible.
there's this
The voice of
TikToker.
Invincible.
Here's my thing.
okay, hear me
You
out
don't
on that
need-
Splinter.
God damn it, Joe.
Bryan Cranston.
Fuck off,
Actually,
Joe.
I
I
agree.
was talking. I'm so tired
Let the
of getting
grown-ups are
interrupted.
talking, Joe. Let the grown-up talk.
Fuck off.
But for the Foot Clan foot soldiers themselves, you don't even need voice actors. You can just since it's animated, you just get stock sounds for them.
Or you just get the voice
Basically.
actors that are there just to do the sound effects.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that is the beauty of it being animated. For stuff like that, you don't need individual
Animated?
voice
I
actors.
didn't know that.
unless- Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
animated.
it is
yeah,
animated.
yeah.
Dude,
So-
if you're gonna do it, just bring the OGs.
I'm like,
So-
That would
OG
be fun.
voice
I would say
actors.
bring the OGs for some cameos.
Definitely.
So there's
But I
this
still think
TikToker,
Steven
right?
Yeun would be a great
He
Donatello. Go ahead.
he's the grandson. Oh no, he's the son of man who played in the original 1990s. Hold on, real quick.
So Google.
Yeah, to the
Words.
Google engine.
Leo's Foxel.
But no, this is a project that has a lot of potential attached to it, purely from the medium, from just how much has been done before, and just how much there is still to do.
Well, I think in
True.
general, I feel like in general, Seth Rogen wouldn't do this project if he wasn't passionate about it. So I mean, I think
Y'all been
he's gonna
saying
do a
Seth
very
Green
good
and
To be
job.
Seth
fair.
Rogen. I'm confused.
So it is Seth Rogen, not Seth
Mhm.
Green.
Okay, so I'm crazy.
Now, actually, Seth
I'm
Green,
sorry about that.
I feel Seth Green would make a great Michelangelo.
He could.
I feel like he could pull off Michelangelo.
But yeah, he played. Like I was trying to finish saying, the guy's father played one of the turtles back in the 90s. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. He played one of the main turtles in the 90s. I don't remember which one, but he did. I feel that they should get the son to come in and do the voice acting for one of the turtles. Basically, that's how about it. That's how.
Well, to be
that's what I
perfectly
think they should
honest,
do.
all you need is strong, stoic voice to play Leonardo. Like,
Yeah.
tell me I'm wrong.
Jay Batista.
You do.
No.
Basically.
Dave Bautista
No.
would make a great Shredder.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he would make a
Oh,
great
yeah.
Shredder or any other villain, but
Now,
no.
hear me out. I know I'm sick to death of them always playing in something. But if you're gonna bring in Bebop and Rocksteady, hear me out.
Oh, jeez.
Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
No,
Tell me I'm
no.
wrong.
I'm
That'd be
I'm sorry.
funny.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
that would be fucking
Nope.
hilarious.
No.
Okay,
If you're gonna
or-
do that,
or-
if you're gonna
or-
do that, they gotta play the bull. They gotta play the rhinoceros dude and the
Bebop and
That's what I
Rocksteady.
was
Bebop
saying.
and Rocksteady.
That's what he was saying, but I do not
Oh.
approve of that decision. It should be someone else.
Okay, I
Why?
agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Hold on, Lewis. Why?
Because they've done so many things together, and there should
Because
be more
they work
opportunity.
really well together.
I know that, but at the same
For the
time,
same,
Other
for the same
Here's-
reason that Christian's saying it should happen, you're saying it shouldn't.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I don't think Kevin Hart's voice fits either one of them.
I think it would fit. Bebop.
Like, I know they work together pretty well, but Kevin Hart's voice specifically, I don't think that fits
I
either one.
he would make it better Bebop, honestly, because I feel like if you're going for The Rock, I feel like he has to play Rocksteady. I'm sorry.
Just for the joke.
Just for the
Pretty
joke.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. The Rock would be great for it. However,
Or-
there are a
hear me
lot
out.
of other options that would work better for Bebop than
who's a great
Champion.
black comedian
Hart.
besides Kevin
Dave
Hart?
Batista as Bebop with the Rocksteady.
What
Yeah.
about what about Key and Peele?
No.
Nah.
Dave Bautista would be a good choice.
oh
Key and
god.
He's got the
Peele, I
body
just don't
for it.
see it. Well, okay, Joe, it's
I mean,
animated.
I was
so-
saying that The Rock has the
Joe, it's animated.
voice.
It's animated. It's animated.
I'm trying to say he has the
It's
fucking
animated.
voice.
It's fucking animated. Damn it.
He's saying it's the voice actor. He's saying the voice.
I know.
Like-
I'm fucking with him. But
Oh.
anyways,
I still think that there's better options. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
I
still
agree
think
with
The
Dave
Rock would be a
Bautista.
good Rocksteady, and I think Dave Bautista would be a good Bebop. Or, give me a minute. Brian Tyree Henry.
Look, I've heard his name before. Long time.
I don't know
Um,
who that is.
What's his name? Hephaestus from Eternals.
Oh, that
Oh.
big guy.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
yeah, I think so too.
Or the other better role, in my opinion. What's his name from Godzilla vs Kong?
Well, you know, I haven't seen that yet.
Bitch, you
Which-
have no excuse.
Which guy?
Brian Tyree Henry. He played Hephaestus. He was the black gay guy
Oh. Eh.
in Eternals. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
he
I
would
think
be a
he
good
could.
choice for Bebop.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, I feel like him and The Rock could probably go off each other pretty well. Or because I've been hearing good things about them in Bullet Train. Funny segue into that, or funny callback. Him and what's his name? He plays Quicksilver, live action Quicksilver, not the Fox one.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Him and Aaron Taylor Johnson should be Bebop and Rocksteady.
Not wrong.
That I prefer
feel like that's-
more.
Not Ralph. So not the
All
Ralph
this being
Boner.
said, we have no idea who they've got for these roles.
No, we have nothing about the voice cast. We just know that they're well, and it doesn't take long to do the voice recordings. Honestly, if they already have the
Yeah.
script ready, it shouldn't take them that long to do all those the voiceover work.
I think
gonna
it's
be the
just the
animation that's
amount.
gonna take a
I think
while.
it's just the amount of what voices and what just their whole image on the movie and how they want to go about it.
Yeah. Now,
We're talking
who
about
would we
Seth
like to
Rogen. I
voice
think he'd do a
Raphael?
great job with this fucking movie. I think it's gonna be funny.
Who
It's
do
gonna
you
be
think?
fucking hilarious, but still.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Gallus. Here's the thing, Gallus. He's only producing this movie. He's not starring in it. He's not directing it. He's only producing it. It's
Oh.
only his company that's producing it. So he doesn't. I mean,
Oh.
he's putting money into this, and definitely this is something that he's passionate about. But I don't
Sure.
think he's going to be participating in it other than just funding it.
And if he does, it would be kind of hilarious to have a small cameo somewhere.
Oh
That is
yeah,
also
no, I feel like he could be
speculation.
like a random Foot Clan soldier somewhere off, and then just be like, Shredder. I don't think we should do that, and just get hits with like a nunchuck or something. You know,
That-
That's
something- that'd be
also
fun.
Do what
speculation
Stan Lee
because
did
there's
with
a lot of
his creation and shit.
there's a lot of movies where the producer, especially lately, where the producer is directing it, being a part of it,
Yep.
For example,
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds has produced, directed, and acted in movies
True.
in the
Big
same
guy.
movie.
Seth Rogen has produced and starred in multiple episodes of The Boys, at least one episode.
I don't think I've. Wait,
It-
what?
so that
He's in
there's
The Boys season 3.
there's a chance that he might be in it, but again, it's all speculation. Everything with casting is speculation.
Yeah. So,
while it is fun
my
to
last question
speculate-
for this is: who is looking forward to this whenever it comes out? Like, are you guys gonna go try to see
Me.
this out in theaters?
I will. Well, fuck
I
yeah.
will try. I will
That's
try.
what
I have
I-
money.
I need to watch the trailer
Never
before I
get a
decide to see
girlfriend
it.
who doesn't know enough about TMT and be like,
Yeah.
okay, this is about some teenage turtles that grow up and kick ass.
I need to know more about it.
Thank you, Joe, for basically describing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anyways, continue, Lynn.
I need to know more about the show itself, and even then,
Mhm.
like I would need to see trailers, get more information on all the other stuff about it.
Isn't it
I might not
based-
see it like opening night. I might see it like a week or two
Matinee.
in.
Kind of a matinee time.
Matinee, week or two in, when the crowds have died down,
Mhm.
and there's going to be a lot less kids to watch it.
True.
Yeah.
Because
Now, if we have, go ahead. Sorry.
because like a lot of because I used to work in movie theaters.
I've heard the horror stories.
I could tell you some, but not right now.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that.
Working in a movie theater is hell nowadays, anyway.
Because like opening weekend and weeks, especially like right after school comes out,
Mhm.
either early matinee or late nights are the best time to watch it. Like a week or two in after it's
Right.
come out, to avoid the crowd of kids to come watch it too.
It's true.
and also,
Is when I would want to watch it.
question.
If it's something that it seems interesting after I've seen more about it.
All right. So if they were to include Kang in this, I don't think they're going to. I personally think
Fuck,
a
Kang
good
wasn't
voice.
And
I-
we're back to speculation.
Well, no. Krang. My bad.
Crane.
About
This
to get
man
Crane.
said
Christian,
Kane.
you're making me worried for a
This
second.
man said Kane.
Okay, sorry. It's been a while since I've caught up on my Mutant Ninja Turtles lore. Anyways, so I personally think if you're gonna bring in Krang, who would you to cast as Krang?
Here's my thing.
God.
We will be here for hours
Yeah.
on this subject.
We should
I
move on
agree.
from this because we will stay here for a while and debating.
Because
who to
honestly,
cast.
honestly, the next one will take even more longer. The next thing that's gonna come up.
Because,
Oh, wait.
yeah,
It'd be
precisely.
bad enough if we were like
if we
speculating about
entertain this,
Fantastic Four.
we are just going to keep going. I think it's time to move on.
Okay, fine. Our next topic is the Godzilla vs.
Here we
Kong
go.
Prequel. Has we may have our official title,
The
and
most
we also have
controversial
our
fucking topic of the
and
night.
we also have we also have some set footage where they were shooting in Sydney, Australia, but they are set dressing it to make it the Portugal beach. I forget where it is. Anyways, I think it might be Rio de Janeiro beach or something. I forget. Anyways, it's something. I forget what it is. Anyways, that's besides the point. So we know are going to be involved in this. We know that this is at least going to take somewhat in place of Long Day, or in modern day. But this is supposedly going to be called King Kong Origin, or sorry, this is going to be called Godzilla vs. Kong Origins. And I personally think we are going to be we're going to probably be going back and forth. I think we're going to be following some human team that's going to realize what all is going on, like why this all happened as they're exploring the Hollow Earth. And I'm kind of pumped for it. What do you guys think? Because I really enjoyed Godzilla.
Hold on. For anybody else, Lewis seems excited. I want to hear it.
I have
Let's go.
two questions.
Good.
Because I'm assuming everybody has seen the last movie that came out.
Joe hasn't, but who gives a shit?
Okay,
Go ahead.
so first question: who is going to win? Second question is: will they do justice
I
to
think
the other
Mothra.
movie?
I think Mothra's
So-
probably gonna come in. and be
so
like,
my-
Joe.
My question is for that is, are we going back into like since it's origins, does that mean we're gonna follow the backstory before Kong and King Kong and Godzilla, or like
To
they're like
answer that one, that one's really easy to. That's one's really easy to answer. So to answer that one, I will say this. Okay. Leon just commented, ugh. Anyways, so I will say this. It just left. Anyways, I will say this. So to answer your question, whenever you hear origins, so theoretically, according to they have hinted at that Godzilla's and Kong's species have been going at it for generations. And I think we're going to be seeing the backstory to that in Hollow Earth and everything else like it, because apparently Hollow Earth is like where all the monsters come from, everything else like that, right? So I think we're going to be going now as to who wins. I think it's going to come to a stalemate whenever it comes to the origin ends. I don't think we're going to have another Godzilla versus Kong match, not our current Godzilla and Kong. I don't think that's going to happen because they kind of settled it in the last movie.
Gee, I wonder if they
Because
had-
people were upset that they tied, and then also
They didn't tie.
a lot
They
of
didn't
people
tie.
felt that way.
They can kiss my ass. Godzilla won on that
no,
one.
they did tie. Godzilla whooped
They
the
didn't
living
tie.
shit
There was
out of
3
him. He
fights.
didn't
How the
tie.
fuck can you tie in 3 fights? There was 3 fights between Godzilla and Kong.
That's why a lot
There's
of
only
people,
3
like, when I
fucking
talked
fights.
about the movie, a lot of people gave me shit for watching it. They're like,
Oh,
was like, damn.
and Kong tie. And it's like, no, they don't. Godzilla whoops Kong's ass. Literally,
Like,
first round goes to Godzilla, second round goes to Kong, and the third round goes to Godzilla. Godzilla wins.
And anyways,
match
their
actually
fight wasn't
was
really.
amazing.
Their fight got interrupted by Mecha Godzilla anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter on one the ties anyway. So you got fucking interrupted.
Godzilla was really in there.
Yes, Mechagodzilla was really in the movie, Joe.
Guess he was just like, he
Though
just looks
granted,
like Kong.
it's
He just looks like Godzilla. He's like, all right, rematch.
no. Well, here's the thing:
No.
is technically Mechagodzilla was controlled by a King Ghidorah.
yep.
Ghidorah.
King
Remember that.
Ghidorah was the 3-headed dragon, and he was in Godzilla King of the Monsters. So,
A long while ago.
mhm.
I've only played a video game about Godzilla.
Now, do you think they'll hype it
I'm-
up like they did the last time with the last
Most
movie?
likely.
Like,
Most
I
likely.
think it'll up for sure. I like the color scheme better in this one because we're finally getting those pinks and blues like we got in the Neon City fights in the end of the Godzilla vs Kong movie. Instead of the last one was blue and orange, this one is getting more of a pink and blue kind of vibe. So I like that a lot better. Yeah, I mean, I like going with this. I definitely need to see more set photos and stuff like that because obviously anything involving humans is just going to be CGI added in later.
do you think we should get references from old movies from the Godzilla franchise?
I would.
Obviously,
I
kinda
mean,
tie
you're
in.
an Easter egg. At least Easter egg, like do it justice. At least Easter egg the shit out of it. Not like actual, like don't fucking overhaul on it, but just good amount that can help out with the whole movie, basically.
Right. No, I completely agree. I think that I definitely think that we should. I don't think the humans should be the main focus this time around.
It should never.
No,
There should be hardly any
I-
humans in this.
I mean, that's why I
Um,
like the old school movies because as much as like there was a little boring parts of like the humans talking, but when they got to the monsters, it was
They just let them fight.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about the
Movie.
climax of Godzilla or the original Godzilla, the 2014 one.
But the video game time was awful.
When the fucking fights happened, I mean, yeah, it focused on humans a little bit, but I mean, it was like fucking there. And then Godzilla King of the Monsters fixed that a little bit. It's the humans still took up a good 20% of the screen time, but a good chunk of it, or no, a good 80% of it. But at least this time, at least it wasn't 10 minutes of screen time with Godzilla.
Mhm.
This time it was like 20% of the film had Godzilla on screen. So I like that. Yeah, you know, I thoroughly I thoroughly enjoy this MonsterVerse. I like to see where it's going. What do you guys think?
I think it has potential to come out with more movies. I think they
Oh,
should
for sure.
use. I think they should use some of the old movies as like references, because that's what I grew up with. Even though that a lot of people kind of never had access to it, I grew up with a bunch of like the old Japanese original
I will
Godzilla
say,
stuff.
Oh, I knew from like a video game that
So
they'll destroy
I
all
will
monsters.
say with the reemergence of the popularity in this entire genre,
Mhm.
I want to see more of the other monsters.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I was kind of.
Yeah.
Like, where's Gamora?
Why is
they should bring
Gamora-
back Butterfly.
Where's
talking
like
about
fucking
monsters?
I'm not
spinning-
lying. I feel like they should bring back the fucking Butterfly.
Hold on. Can we all
Mothra.
just agree that Gallus just said the fucking butterfly, not the moth? Because it's
Yeah.
fucking
my
Mothra. damn
God.
Yeah,
Oh my god, are you
Yeah,
guys gonna
I
I
really
was about
pick?
to
Are you guys
comment
gonna
on that.
fucking pick? You guys gonna fucking kill me just because I said the butterfly? I'm sorry, I thought it was a fucking butterfly. I didn't know it was a fucking
I
moth.
just-
I assumed this whole time it
I thought
was.
everybody was gonna kick my ass.
I
and
just
see
want-
what's
It's in
better.
the name. It's in the
Mothra.
name, my guy.
Mothra.
I just want
literally
my
in the
fucking
name.
spinning rocket
It's
turtle.
everybody ignored me when I said, "Why is Gamora?"
Lionheart said people
Oh,
started
I was gonna
shitting in
comment
my
on that
store.
first, Joe, and then
People are
Gallus had
starting
to
shit in
make
his
that
store.
comment.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oops.
Leon, thank you for joining in. Yeah, he said people are starting shit in his store. He also said he doesn't see why Godzilla vs. Kong 2 needs that. It sounds good. So,
And it says Mother. Mothra is
Mothra is a
queen.
queen.
Mothra is queen. Yes.
See,
He's
see,
not
in all
wrong.
this, my money's
See,
on Mothra.
I
and
want
not on all of
Rodan.
it.
I want Rodan, damn it. I want Rodan, damn it.
I feel like I remember who that one is.
There are so many.
Rodan
fucking
is like
monsters.
Ghidorah, except he has like 9 heads.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a literal fucking Hydra, man.
He is
Yeah,
a
there's
literal
some
Hydra.
weird ass fucking monsters.
I'm not gonna say
There's
my
also
comments on that.
Destroya, but I think he might have been from.
Oh,
There's
oh,
so many
really?
monsters.
Lily has comments. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I'll message
Do
you in
it.
the comments, but I'm not gonna say I'm here.
Why? Because
Okay.
it's too controversial.
I mean, the only thing worst thing you could say is deny.
For those that know my state of mind most of the time,
feeling robotic all of a sudden.
Oddly horny,
Anyways.
but yet sad at the same time.
Aren't we all?
Basically, I'm fucking.
I'm not saying that.
No shit like that.
He hasn't said anything. So.
Aw, I hate you, Lily. You... God damn it. I fucking hate you.
I'm not saying
Lily,
it.
you gotta
though.
send it to me. You gotta send
Okay.
it to me now.
I think
Oh, I'll say it.
I think I know where it went down.
I know where it, I know what she sent. I'm gonna tell it to you guys because I'm gonna expose her for the fucking sad horny bastard that she is. Anyways, so she says you just want Rodan because all the head.
Because you want all the head.
Don't act
Exactly.
like
Yes.
you're gonna deny that.
I despise all of you.
No.
Primarily Lily. I despise Joe for his own reasons. Gallows I only slightly despise. And then Allie and Lewis are fine.
That's kind of fucked up. I mean, why am I getting slightly despised?
I think that's
You know, on the
my
list of
point.
people that you don't
There's a few
despise.
things that you do that irritate me. But that's
Oh.
that's a different story for a different time.
Dude,
Anyways,
I'm looking at the list on Google of all the monsters, and half of
It's a
these I
fuck ton.
totally forgot. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that
Well,
there was
that's
a
the-
giant fucking spider.
That's my.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a giant fucking spider.
Yes.
It was in King of the Monsters. Did you
There
not
are
remember
so
that? It
many
was in King of the
monsters.
Monsters.
With how long?
There's a
There's
giant
so many
mammoth.
monsters that they could bring back.
What, giant fucking spiders?
There are
Rack
so
up
many
little
monsters
big
that they could bring back if they just shift the focus a bit.
Bro,
Experiment.
bring
How
back the
long
mammoth.
Godzilla's been
I
a
will love to
thing,
see that
there
fight again.
are so many different monsters they could bring back. They have so many options.
King
Granted,
Ghidorah.
they're pulling back the most popular ones because money.
Yeah.
True. However,
And popularity.
They have established the universe. They
Mhm.
have established it. Now it's time to bring in some of the others, just so that we can see possible team ups, future matches, that sort of thing.
Imagine all the monsters became smart as humans.
Space Godzilla.
Space Godzilla. There's a fucking
What?
Space Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Space Godzilla.
I feel like I'm starting to doubt it, but
I forgot that there
like-
was a fucking lobster too. What? Yeah, there's a fucking lobster. I'm looking
got
I wouldn't
so
fucking
much.
doubt I wouldn't doubt the lobster part, but I feel like
And then
that's fucking
there's
true.
I know there was like an old horror movie way back when, but
There's
was
like
like
a
I
plant
went
one.
for,
There's a
like,
praying
plant
mantis.
okay, I think I know of that.
Well, Lewis, I think you have inherited the podcast.
Just needs to overthrow Christian as the final boss.
Oh no, there is
Okay,
no
I'm back.
overthrow. He's dead.
I was curious when one of you was going to notice, and I figured it would be Allie.
Oh no, I've been sitting here waiting for you to waiting for somebody else to notice.
All these fucking monsters.
So how'd you die, boss? Anyways, hey, are we
Like,
still on the Godzilla
I
topic?
saw when you actually did the break the neck.
Yeah, we're still live, buddy,
Zilla.
but we're about to not be. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and just wrap it up, unless you guys have any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the Godzilla vs Kong movie.
Not on Godzilla, but
I have voiced my opinion.
Hey, you know what? I'm
I
down to see hairy cheeks clap some lizard cheeks. I'm sorry. Thank you, 3C Films. I know it's trademarked.
The
I didn't
depravity.
know you were into that.
This man.
Joe.
You delinquent.
I am.
Hey,
I'm
I'm sorry. I was hairy cheeks all the way.
Mhm.
My bad.
See,
As much
knew
as
you-
as much as I rep the
Nope.
lizard god,
Nope, not
I was
going
team
there.
hairy cheeks.
Yo, what the
I
fuck?
wonder why.
You keep saying it. I'm going to. You're gonna make me say my thought.
Like, I
Look,
can't
you already
stop
made me.
for
You already
that.
said my thoughts, so say yours.
Exactly.
It's because you have them.
Yeah, that's
Thank
what
you.
I was gonna say.
How did you know that I was part Sasquatch from the leg down? Anyways,
Like-
Fucking weirdo.
hey, how did you know from the waist down I was half Sasquatch? I
She's
always
like,
said I was half
she's like, I
Chewbacca.
can tell. She can tell.
The way you always walked.
I got
around-
the seventh sense for it.
The way your goofy ass walked around TCC. That's how.
Joe, I don't want to hear you talk. You're hairier than me all the way around.
God,
I swear you're just a
Uh,
shade date.
I don't.
Look,
Man,
I-
there's somebody
I
way
really
hairier
hope
than me.
one day
I have not
when
seen
we
him
go
in
to a
years.
con and we're live on a fucking big ass panel, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best day of my life.
No, if
You-
we
you
ever
have
go
to
live
admit,
at a
though-
con, here's the thing: if we ever go live at a con, I am dressing up in a maid outfit just to fucking troll everybody.
You
If we
you
did
have
that-
to admit
Can
that
we get
some of
Penny
the
involved
best
in this
people
one day?
ever are hairy as fuck.
And then we're gonna have to make him shave.
Main point and example: Robin Williams.
Fair
Rest
enough.
in peace, that-
See, here's my thing. If we ever do a live performance, I'm going to request that everybody has stuff to just throw at Joe.
Hey, that's
Yes.
kinda- Okay,
There'll
look.
be
We'll
be
give
a
him a
roast.
riot shield. Don't worry, he'll be.
There'll be a roast Joe section.
Bean
Nah.
bags.
Whoa. Okay, look. As much as funny as that would be, I feel
It'll
like
be
some
for
people-
10 seconds. Don't worry, Joe.
I'm just saying, some people will take it too far.
Christian
That's
being
why
in
it
a
will only
maid
be for 5
outfit,
minutes.
we wax him live on stage.
That'd be
Wax his
insane.
hair.
I say
No,
fucking
Like,
holy
no,
shit, we're not
hell
doing
no.
that.
Christian
No.
did the chubby
Wax
bunny.
That's just
strips.
painful. I'm not
No.
doing. I'm not gonna say, "Aw, Kelly Clarkson." I'm not doing the 40-year-old virgin shit. Fuck you.
I mean, I'll be the 30-year version probably if I'm not careful. But,
Let's not make it sad, Joe. Anyways,
no, it already is, but
That's
is
about
what
it. That's
Anyways, yeah,
all
that
we
is
have.
about it. So this has been the Snodacast, episode 31. I've been your host, Black Chef 56. I've also been joined by Diamond Assassin,
Bye. We'll see you in the
Hungry
next
Hufflepuff,
event.
You will.
Lily, Gab, and insignificant dumbfuck. Insert name here.
Gryffindor forever.
And once again, I've been your host, Black Chef 56, and this has been the
Smash that like
Snodacast.
button.
We will
I
see
will
you
see you
soon
all
with new projects.
Exactly. We will see you
Ah,
all later.
motherfuckers.
Take care, guys.
We're not going out on that. We're